Hey guys, and welcome to our review for Alien Covenant, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Michael Fassbender, Catherine Waterston, Danny McBride, Damian Bashir, Billy Crudup, Guy Pearce, uncredited. Yeah, spoiler.
Uncredited?
I heard he was uncredited. I didn't look at the credits. I didn't watch the credits.
James
Franco. And yeah, also starring James Franco.
Okay.
My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
Hey.
Tyler Switolski.
Hey guys.
And Adam Franey. Tim. What is the plot of this film?
The plot of this film
Synopsis.
goes as such. The crew of the colony ship Covenant, on the way to Orgai 6, discover a transmission coming from a nearby planet that has Earth-like qualities. Excited by the possibility of a new, closer home, the crew land on the planet only to discover a terrible sickness that's awaiting new hosts.
That is what
Spoiler.
happens.
Alien Covenant, guys. Tim.
Oh shit.
You go with me first, because I'm the resident alien lover?
Yes.
Okay.
What are your thoughts of this film?
Can't wait to hear this.
I love Alien.
Yes.
Love Aliens.
Covenant?
I love both those movies.
Alien 3 is fine. Alien 4 is terrible. Prometheus is good.
How did you feel about Alien 3000?
Don't even
Alien
count.
3000 is not canon.
You do
First
not
Predator?
count AVP? Or
Not
AVP
canon, no.
Requiem?
AVPR?
Are they not?
They're not canon. No. Shut the fuck up.
Thank God.
I liked a lot of things in this movie. And then there's other things that I really hate that really bugged me. So I'm torn. Like production wise, it's a Ridley Scott film, so it looks gorgeous. Acting is pretty solid. Great from a couple of people. I thought Billy Crudup was really good. I thought Fassbender was really good. I thought Catherine Waterston was good. Franco, great.
Oh, he was great in
Um,
that one bit.
and Danny McBride, solid.
Danny McBride.
Surprisingly good.
Oh,
Um,
you go.
Acting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He acted.
he acted in it.
He did
Acted
act.
well
Who's in it?
sometimes. But then there's things that are just so tropish that I hated.
Do tell Tim.
Characters go off on their own. I'm like, you're dying next. Clearly, you're gonna die next.
The classic
Yeah,
horror movie trope.
yeah.
I'm just going to go to the
Don't go
bathroom
along.
over here.
Don't go along.
Yeah.
Just like
Dumb.
Prometheus got made fun of because there's like really stupid scientists on that ship. There's really stupid crew members on this ship too. Like,
Yeah.
a big
Bad
problem
decisions.
is like they're on a planet that they've never been on, and they're not wearing like any sort of oxygen masks or
Yeah.
anything. They just like walk off the ship and be like, "What are you doing?
It's probably
you haven't
fine."
tested this planet at all.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
literally
yeah.
found out about it like 30 minutes ago."
Yeah.
So
I
there's
just
like,
couldn't. I literally wrote down logic.
yeah,
Ridley
people have no
Scott's
logic in
original
this
movie.
movie. It's
I literally
insane.
wrote down the word logic in my notes.
And like,
That's a topic.
I've seen reviews there talking about this, how this is like a good alien movie, but it's also like a smart science fiction. Like, it's not a smart science fiction movie. It's trying to be in some parts, and some parts it is. But the characters are so stupid that like when they do die, I'm like, you're at like that's your own fault.
You fucking deserved it. Yeah.
That could have been easily avoided.
Yeah. So Tim loved it.
5 days.
I'm torn because there's parts of it that I really liked. There's some really
Welcome to my world.
intense sequences that are like really well filmed. There's a few POV shots that are also brutal. We get into that. Spoilers.
Oh.
Thank God.
But
Yes,
I'm
okay.
torn, man. I am torn.
I'm gonna jump in because I feel like I share a lot of your sentiments that you
Mm.
just mentioned. I can kind of get the vibe that it's similar to how I feel. Like I love the like engineer aspect of it, like the alien like species, like the planet, like the whole David thing, that whole like subplot. And I'll have to disagree with you on one thing. You said Fassbender was good. Fassbender was more than good, in my opinion. I think it was amazing. I think it was great because he played David and Walter.
Yeah.
And just the scenes where they were like together,
Incredible.
I thought that was
That was
really
incredible,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really great. anytime I saw them, I was like, I need more of this. I need less
Yeah,
of,
they're
like,
the best
dumb
part of the movie, probably.
people.
Yeah.
And there's, we'll get into spoilers, but there's a lot of interesting things that happen with those characters that a little bit that I don't like, and mostly for the most part, I really enjoyed that aspect and that sort of slant on this movie.
Yeah.
And then when it gets into like the alien horror tropish,
it felt tacked on. It felt like it didn't belong in the movie to me. Like, it's super gory. Like, it's the goriest alien movie. And the first Alien movie is scary, intense, and atmospheric without having like almost any blood in it.
Mm-hmm.
This movie,
chest burster.
Yeah, like it's very minimal. This has like an overabundance of like blood and like gruesome stuff going on. I'm like, this isn't even like tense or scary. This is just gross.
Yeah,
it's like gross out.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I do think some of the CG was a little bit hit and miss. I will say, like, the set design, Ridley Scott, what more can you say?
Yeah,
literally amazing.
Yeah.
But some of the CG, like, I know they did some practical stuff with it, and we talked about this, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
really cool.
It was good, but then there's some stuff like when you first see the first like,
baby
neomorph, they're calling it.
Yeah,
I was like, what? Why is that? It's just moving too like.
It looks shit.
Too like rubbery, like it's just. I don't know. I'm just like, whoa, that's fake. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just and they had this thing. They just like they. Why couldn't they learn from the first Alien? Like more is or like less is more.
Yeah.
Like they show a lot, like more than they needed to in certain sequences.
They should have got the same director who did it. Oh wait.
It was just weird. It was like you said, it was a little bit tacked on that aspect. But I really like some parts of it.
Yeah.
And some parts just logic.
There was a lot there that was kind of
going.
Really, this is where like you guys are some
really specific things I want to say in the spoilers section. Yeah. But overall, it's very like this to me. Ty, what are your thoughts?
I'm a newcomer to the Alien franchise.
Yes, you've seen Alien and half of Aliens,
as well as Alien 3000,
famously. Yeah.
Prometheus, AVP, AVPR. Seen them both. Means nothing to Tim apparently.
A&W.
Seen A&W.
My favorite.
This was gorgeously shot.
Yeah.
You mentioned briefly about the acting. I'm lost for a certain word. The acting.
You hit it.
There's another. The performances. Sorry, the performances.
Tough word.
The acting quality.
Okay.
Adam.
State of the acting.
The performances. The performances. You kind of skipped over one a little bit. Danny McBride. To me, he was amazing in this. I think that there were parts where he blew me out of the water. I've only seen him in like really dumb shit, like Eastbound and Down. I've seen a couple episodes of that. Funny, okay. Tropic Thunder.
I think it's interesting. Like I think a horror movie is a good kind of segue for like a comedic actor.
Yeah.
To do something more serious.
Yeah.
Because it's still not. There's still like. It's not like a family drama.
Yeah.
Right? Where like it's just all about just being real, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still like the sci-fi, right?
You can kind of like overact a little bit because it's kind of necessary in some scenes.
Yeah, so like it's a good vehicle for someone like Danny McBride to show that I can like act. Like,
he reminds me a lot of not like acting wise or anything like that, but like the same kind of idea of John C. Reilly. Like, you know, he's a very comedic, heavy actor, but I want to see him do more serious things, and I feel like this was like a step in the right direction for him to like you said, like as a vehicle for him to do more serious roles.
Writing the new Halloween.
Yeah, like
could probably maybe be in it.
I could see him being I see him as a huge horror fan. I could definitely see that.
Same with James Franco, you know, comedic actor.
Yeah, has only ever done comedic roles.
That's it. Nothing else.
Fassbender I thought was fantastic, especially the scenes where like again the two characters were together. I thought that was great. the logic part, I'm going to echo what you guys said. There's a lot of holes in this. That being said, this movie I thought was good, but I feel like they have how many more movies planned after this?
5.
2 more.
Until Ridley dies, really.
Yeah, so
2 more really though.
Yeah.
I
the planned
really
ones, yeah.
think this kind of it didn't. Not that it dragged on, but there was a lot.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on, but like I feel like honestly they could have summed it up pretty much in this movie. Like they don't really need another 2 movies to explain what happens. Honestly, we've seen what happens in the one before. We've seen this one now. They could have easily summed up the Alien prequels in this movie. Another one, okay.
The next one's between Prometheus and this one.
What?
Yeah,
Like, what does that even mean?
exactly.
Why not just do that one first? That's fucking stupid. Anyway, okay.
So it's like, well, we'll get into the spoilers.
Okay.
Basically, David and Elizabeth, that era, that 10-year period.
I guess.
That's
Is it-
fucking dumb.
Yeah. Would Elizabeth be back? I mean, Mimi Rapace.
I don't know. Find out. Adam.
Anyways, yeah.
Adam, what are your overall thoughts here?
Well,
Well, let me tell you.
Let me tell you, boy. I thought this was I thought it was a bad movie with some good moments, like Tim sort of said. There's some stuff I liked. There's moments that I liked, and I'm like, shit, I can like see the good movie trying to break out, like a chest burster, if you will. But I don't know. I kind of thought it was bad, and I'm baffled because it's getting good reviews, like 73% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's really high.
Why didn't you like it?
People,
Was it like an overall? Was it like one kind of topic that like one kind
Okay.
of point?
I just kind of thought, like, I don't know, there's stuff that seemed bad to me, like James Franco being in it, I thought was bad, just like popping up twice.
Yeah.
You didn't need to have James Franco.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why on
You
earth
don't need him.
would you?
Could have been
pick
literally
James
a
Franco?
Could be
nobody.
anyone. Could be
Yeah.
literally anyone.
Literally get a nobody, and I think it would have been
Please.
less jarring.
Yeah, please. Like Guy Pearce just being in it for a second for like just to be in it. I'm like, what? Like, why? And like the alien vision.
I like that scene.
Did
to be
you?
honest.
Yeah, as you can see.
Yeah.
The alien vision's bad.
It just reminded me of a 90s like horror movie.
Fincher tried doing it. The third one. It did not look well.
Alien Vision.
Yeah.
It looks as good as it did then. I'm like, this is so 90s. Like, why would he think that was cool?
It wasn't even
I
necessary.
don't want to see the what the alien sees.
Yeah.
No, never.
Don't put us in that point of view. Like we don't need to. That's not.
And just like
Yeah.
so much neomorph killing and like eating people and like blood spraying everywhere and just like hunting neomorphs in like the jungle or whatever. I'm like, what is? I don't care about any of this. I love Fassbender. Performances were good. Thought Fassbender was amazing. I just wanted to see David like doing David stuff.
Yeah.
I just
Being
want to
David.
see David and Elizabeth.
It's like Daviding
Honestly.
all over the place.
Yeah, there's no Elizabeth in this movie, and I just feel like it just felt like, okay, Mimi Rapace doesn't want to come back. Like, okay, Ridley, Prometheus didn't make a ton of money. Like, here's
What's your angle here?
Yeah, like what are we doing here? It just felt like a reach. Like
Let's
money.
drag it out for 3 more movies. Then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's been like all week, like, I'm ready to start rolling tomorrow if they let me, like trying to like beat the bomb. Like he knows it's not going to make money, so he's like, please greenlight me before you realize
It's doing well in the box office.
36 million.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
it's
it
not
like
bad.
it's not bad, but like it.
What was the
Not a
budget?
bomb.
It
Budget's
just-
probably 200. That's
Budget's like 90
terrible.
or something, right?
90?
Yeah, it's really low.
It's not
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could.
It's not crazy.
I could tell. I want to disagree with you guys. I don't like when you say it looks gorgeous. There's a lot of green screen that they didn't have in Prometheus. I definitely noticed that.
I mean, like
It's all
landscape
budget.
shots all look great and stuff. There's
sure.
when she's
It's a trailer.
You see it in the trailer when she's hanging off the ship. That looks bad when you get close-ups of her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's like clearly on stage.
Like the mountains and all that shit
Yeah.
were amazing.
That was really
Yeah.
good.
But
Like the art direction, like that.
But
That's the
Prometheus
style
had
of it.
like giant sets.
Yeah.
Like if you watch behind the scenes, it was insane. This
Have you seen the behind the scenes of this?
no, was there massive
Giant
sets?
sets.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
It didn't play like it. I just saw a lot of green screen. Like when Walter and David are in that like zone with all the like engineers that are like frozen, just pure green screen.
You haven't seen the behind the scenes of that?
I
They built like a giant like.
I have, but there's definitely some green screen.
Oh yeah, they didn't
See
build
the
that.
outline around them is like the worst, and her flying around on that thing was disgusting. Yeah. I'm struggling to remember the stuff I like the climax a lot. I thought that was cool, just like action wise, like as an action sequence. I thought that was awesome. Like toward the very end.
Kept you
You know what
in.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh wait, hold on.
I disagree
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
greatly. Actually, to be honest.
Hated it. Really.
For
Baffling.
one specific caveat, like reason
Okay.
that
Well, yeah.
ruins it.
Yeah.
I think I like that and Fassbender. I can't remember anything else that I liked, so pretty bad.
Sick. Well, let's give our ratings, and we'll get into spoilers. There's a lot of things to unpack here.
Yeah.
God, I guess I gotta start.
You go
Shit.
first.
Oh God,
It's getting like 4 out of 5s on Letterboxd.
I don't know.
just
It's
don't
like
get
it's
it.
a 3. I think I liked it more than I disliked it, even though I have major. I don't know.
See, this is what I go through on a weekly basis, where you guys are like,
No.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 3. 3 out of 5 rails.
I'm gonna go heavy 2.
Wow. Okay.
There's things I hated in it. Straight up hated about this movie.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
See-
3 seems high.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a heavy 3, which is going to be subject to change once I finish the other half of Aliens, and then the rest of the series, because I don't really have a good kind of base to
Baseline.
judge this on.
I get it.
So I'm gonna check what I'm gonna see what they're all about first, because these obviously I'm gonna regard as higher than these guys, and then I'll revisit that. So I'm gonna go with a.
Bizarre.
I'm gonna go with a. No, that's fair. I think it's Tim. That's fair, right?
No, you're weird.
Rate it
Scott.
for what it is.
No, Adam.
No, it doesn't affect this movie.
Good. Okay. Heavy 3.
Adam, your thoughts?
Heavy 2. I'm going with Tim. Heavy
Wow.
2.
Heavy 2 and it's bad. You said.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Because, like, parts definitely looked good, and I just like the alien world, and I loved Fassbender in it, and I like the climax. But it's it's 2 hours, so it's like total of like 40 minutes, so the other hour 20 was like not good. Or just boring. I shouldn't say like terrible. The stuff like
It's just not your expectations were
yeah,
like higher. You expected more.
yeah. Like it's a big step down from Prometheus for me.
See, why did you expect more from this?
I didn't really expect a lot. Actually, that's the fucked part.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it looked mediocre, and then I saw all these like 4 and 4.5 out of 5s on Letterboxd. I was like, shit, must be great. No.
Well, here's my
It's actually
problem.
not
Like,
great.
I'm stepping back for a second. My issue is I haven't seen Tim. A lot of the reasons why I don't like about this movie is like the overuse of blood and like a lot of stuff that shouldn't be in there because of the original. I don't really have that, so I can't properly base this as a part of the series when I don't know the series yet.
I've seen Alien.
I've seen the one,
It's the best one.
That's all I've seen.
so like I feel like I need to know the world a little more before I can judge this movie that's supposed to be a continuation of the world. Tell me, does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah,
In your mind, sure.
You weird.
Thank you.
Screwed up mind.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Let's
All
move
I
on
needed.
into our spoiler section. So if you haven't seen Alien Covenant yet, check it out. Pause the video. Get back to us because we're gonna spoil the shit out of it. Starting with James Franco get roasted.
Loved it. It was a roast of James Franco.
Like,
I
you could
actually
barely
saw
even
the
tell it was
James Franco
him.
roast. Hilarious.
You could barely even tell it was him.
Yeah.
Until like later, like there's like the videos that she watches, Daniels watches, and you're like, okay, that's Franco. Tim,
Yeah.
Okay.
You mentioned you hated some things about
Yeah.
this movie.
What did you hate?
Okay.
Boy.
Was
Okay.
David being David at the end supposed to be a twist?
I think in Ridley Scott's
'Cause
80-year-old brain.
It was the most obvious thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I actually did read a quote of Ridley Scott saying, yeah, we had 2 robots in the movie, so we were going to do the switcheroo. That's a quote. That's supposed
It's a good
to be
idea, but they could have handled it like way better. Like they could have easily done it where like he gets cut on his face
Again, 90s.
and like you see him like right as he's about to like run back to the ship. He turns his face. He's like, okay, so that's Walter.
See,
And then there's moments where like he's stapling his face up, and you think Catherine Waterston knows that it's him. I thought she'd like out him.
and then nope.
Just
Like-
being stupid. Be like, you know that the robots heal themselves now clearly because you're on a fucking spaceship
Yeah.
and you're aware of like advancements in science. And you see like this robot that heals himself is like stapling up his face. You're not like, this is probably the bad dude, David.
Yeah.
Like,
See, what
it's
I was
so,
expecting-
It's so stupid. Like
terrible.
that would have been such a good moment if like the
Yeah.
audience didn't know until she's like being put to sleep or something. Like maybe like he goes to like put his hand on like the screen and doesn't recognize him as Walter, recognizes him David or something. I would have been like, oh my god,
What I
he's
was
gonna fuck
expecting.
up this whole ship and
'Cause
impregnate
you
the
knew
whole.
the whole time, so
Yeah.
all the suspense was gone.
Yeah, suspense was gone. Hated it.
The whole time, like, cause you know, like, I suppose. So, like, you know that, like, his hand is gone, right?
Yeah.
Like, Walter's hand is gone. So the entire time, I was expecting, like, it would have been like, this would have been kind of dumb as well, but like, it would have been better than what they did. Like maybe the wrong hand was gone or something like that. Like, it was the only difference between the two was
Pretty
like
obvious.
one was missing. Yeah, a little bit obvious, but like, I don't know. I think even that would have been like less obvious than what they did. So we actually, Scott and I ran into a friend at the theater last night. Shout out to Erin Elliott. She actually had a really cool idea of shooting that.
She had a good
differently.
point.
Yeah,
Like they cut like right as like David like grabs the knife. You know, like, really, guys?
we know what happened.
You're gonna cut here?
Yeah.
Like, if they didn't cut and they showed what happened, then it would be more there would be more suspense because there's no like, you know,
Maybe.
is it him? Like, you know, it's actually David, but the fact that he's like fucking with them because they think that he's Walter, there would be a little bit more more potential
Yeah.
for suspense there because you already know that's David. It's not like this cheap, like, move like the way they did it in the movie.
Is it? No, it is. We obviously
Like,
know that.
the second they cut, I'm like, please, no, like,
Switcheroo.
God, no.
There it is.
And to
I
be
thought it
honest,
would happen earlier.
Walter was like, he was like my favorite character. To be honest,
Mhm.
that's fucking sad. I was like, the second they cut, I'm like,
He's a gang.
fuck.
Yeah. I know what
He's
just
dead!
happened.
He's dead now.
It's no surprise. This is no surprise.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I thought that would have been honestly so far. I think that would have been like the best way to do it.
yeah.
To not just like totally, you know, it's David, you know what's going to happen, but like just watching him kind of fuck with them would have been way cooler.
Like, even just to watch him like just creepily, like silently, just like cut off his hand and like
Oh,
fuck
Fix
himself up.
his hair.
That would be such a good
Yeah.
scene
That would
to
be-
see him like transform into Walter. Like, that would be
that
amazing.
would be amazing.
But no.
But
nope.
That's not what we got.
So
Nope.
Fuck.
And that's one reason why I mentioned that I didn't like that last sequence, because the whole time
No, let's talk.
Walter / David is like helping them,
Like why? Is he
and
helping
it
them?
doesn't make any sense. Like,
What?
Like why does he help them?
why doesn't he just
Kill the
fuck
alien.
them up?
Oh, because they wanted you to think that, hey, maybe,
Yeah, maybe
this
it's
is Walter. Guys, this isn't David, this is Walter.
I was talking about
Nope.
just when they lead it into the air evacuation thing, and they're like launching those giant trucks at it. I thought that
Which was okay. That was okay, but
just that.
there's like this shadow over it for me that the whole
Yeah.
time during that,
Yeah.
He was like helping
he's
them.
not, like, why would he let them just kill it?
Yeah.
To,
that was
I
the big
guess,
thing,
like
right?
to keep them guessing or whatever. I don't know.
To
He
make
didn't
it
want
think-
it to kill him, so he let them take it out, and then he. Took
So then
them
they
out.
would go into cryo sleep, and then he could have his greater plan.
Do what he does.
I guess, but it just seemed odd at the time.
Could have done it way better.
Was there anything else spoiler wise?
Probably.
The spine burster, the face burster, those were like pretty.
I'm seeing people
crazy.
raving about the flute scene. I hated it. I'll tell you that.
I thought it was.
I enjoyed it.
I was so bored, and I was just like, just watching them talk to each other, and then Michael Fassbender kissing himself on the lips. I'm like, what? Like, so laughable and
I liked
bad
it.
and weird. I was reading like Alien Covenant Explained article, and this person's like, one of the best scenes in sci-fi history, sure to go down like classic, like the flute scene, where like Fassbender makes like, what's his name?
Out with himself.
Yeah.
David and Walter.
David makes Walter discover his like humanity and sexuality and like all this shit. I'm like, no, terrible. Like, this movie's bad. 0 out of 5. I'm done. I hate this.
I didn't like the fact that like when he stabbed him with the recorder, you saw like the hole and then it healed itself. It's like, oh, okay, he's an upgraded version. He heals himself. Okay, we'll see him again soon. Like, that felt very.
Yeah, I thought the shot of Walter's face when he gets stabbed cracked me up.
Yeah.
He was like,
Like,
it was like scanners. It was like,
and all of a sudden he like shoots down, like he's stabbed, like, and boom, like he's just like shot down into this
he
pose.
did like this weird fetal position.
Yeah.
I kind of cracked up a little bit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Mm.
But to that point, there's no surprises in this movie.
No, they show you that, like, it's like,
Yeah.
we're gonna do this, but don't worry.
Yeah,
I thought like one surprise was how savage like the Elizabeth thing.
yeah.
How
I was
David
shocked
just
by
like
that.
just eviviscerated like vivisection
Yeah.
Elizabeth to like for some experiment. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like just that was pretty savage to me.
He's a really good
He's a
character.
droid.
David's a really excellent character because
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
he is since he's been alone for 10 years. He's like developed like
It's
these
complex.
complex and he's got like these feelings. So he's a really interesting robot.
I also thought, sorry, were you done with that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I'm going back to your logic part, Scott. Like you guys echoed this. I thought it was very dumb how Crudup's character followed him like through all of these like caverns and dark holes. And
Don't
like,
go in that creepy room, dude.
I've been here for 10 years by myself. Don't worry, you can trust me. And like I was like, no, it's an alien. It's fine. You can touch it. It won't hurt you. Boom, face sucker.
Literally, the dude just spazzed out because you killed the alien.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna follow him around.
Yeah. Like,
I'd be so wary.
I would have shot him.
I would have shot him right
shoot
there.
David.
Be like, you're up to something.
100%. Like you've made a hobby out of taking these creatures and like
Playing with them?
like
Playing
making
God?
like live dioramas of like all of them
Oh
on a
my
table.
God.
Like, no, you are a psycho. I need to kill you.
I did like that scene though of David like because the neomorph like doesn't recognize him as like a human because they like attack any like life form, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like a robot and they're like standing like across from each other. Like I like that scene, and then Crudup like shoots him, and the look on David's face is like sheer like rage.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like it. I did like this movie kind of explained Prometheus a little bit too, with like the liquids and like why the evolution of aliens have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I do like
okay.
that.
What do you mean?
Like
Elaborate.
that liquid form from Prometheus does certain effects, but David, who had that liquid form, has been playing around with it, and now he has like this, what's it called when it's airborne? He has like an airborne version of it that like has a different effect on it on humans. So instead of like making them like get all raged out like in Prometheus, it actually like creates neomorphs, and then he's
He
developed
has
like
this
face
new
huggers.
version, which is the face hugger,
Yeah.
which is now the xenomorph.
Yeah.
The OG Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not
Which is-
quite OG, because when he bursts out of Billy Crudup's chest, he's like already fully formed
Yeah,
little
weird.
version.
I thought that was so weird.
It
to
looked
me.
weird, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How
it
he's
was
like his like hands, and then David's like this, and then the
And he
alien's
starts
like,
like doing it.
I just
Yeah.
I was like-
laughable.
So obviously there's another evolution stage that has to go on.
yeah,
But-
I guess.
Would you guys agree that they could have like summed up like the Alien prequels like in this movie? Like this, like they didn't. It was cool that they did this, but like honestly, I feel like 2 more movies is like unnecessary.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure I wasn't crazy here. At least not
I think
about
the one
this.
thing that bothered me was because it was so hit and miss for me. Like, there's this one movie that it could be, and then there's like another like slasher alien movie.
Mhm.
There's like an intellectual like philosophical movie in here
Yeah.
about like life and creation and like playing God.
Yeah.
And then there's like the slasher alien movie.
Well, I feel like that's how they were going to start with it, and like it
That
feels
scene
like
is very much like,
Yeah.
philosophical.
and so it's
then
like they're going to go in a really different direction with this, like all about God and creation, and like
I love that side of it, and I
And-
wanted.
it feels like they totally like blew over that. Like
Yeah.
they touched on it. Like if you like dig deep enough into what they were saying,
It's like what Denis would have done.
Yeah.
With the Alien franchise.
Yeah.
Oh
it just
my
like
God.
devolves into
Or
this
Blade Runner.
slasher.
it's like there was more to this that could have been done better.
Ridley Scott needed to give it away.
He's like going full Lucas right now.
Literally,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a great way to say it.
Yeah,
But he said, don't even think about it. I'm not giving it away.
yeah,
The
it's
alien's
mine. Let's punch out 3 more.
Shouldn't have gave it to Cameron in the first
Yeah.
place. Savage.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to mention?
I think I might change my rating after us
I
talking about
literally
it.
am
Yeah.
like, why do I even...
Light 3,
Is it
guys.
3?
Why do I like this
Heavy
movie?
2.
Yeah, light 3.
2.
Still
Yeah.
happy to.
Okay.
Universally 4-banged.
Well,
Despicable.
I guess that'll do it for our
Mhm.
review for Alien Covenant. Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at UpRealLates, and you can find all of our old audio episodes on UpRealLates on iTunes. And you find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim.
Tyler.
You can find us. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at UpReal Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at UpRealTy.
Find me on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
And you can follow myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. Add a comment in the comment section below. I keep messing that one up.
Yeah.
If you want to join our discussion. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff. And as always, keep it real.